So, hi guys of Inglorious. I'm here to talk about the new album that you will release. Normally, it's in February.
Yeah.
Right. So, I just want you to explain your band because it's a new band and we don't know how the band it was created. When?
We're a classic rock band from the UK, except him, who is from Sweden.
In the Swede.
I wanted to front a band, but I couldn't find anyone. So I held a humongous audition to find musicians to be in a band, and I found 3 in the UK, and I couldn't find a lead guitar player. And then I called my friend in Sweden and said, "Who's the best guitar player you know?"
And he said Magnus Andersson, and he was busy, so...
He said Andreas Eriksson, which is this guy, and we Skyped and we got along great, and he flew over to do a show with his old band to the UK, and he didn't leave with them. He came to rehearse with us and stayed in the UK, and then we recorded an album 2 weeks later.
That's great.
And that's this
That's
album.
awesome.
Yeah, it was very quick.
Yeah, I think so. But about this new album, we heard a lot of critics about the magazines in the UK.
Mm-hmm.
The first one is Future of British Rock and Young Deep Purple. Which one do you prefer?
I don't know.
I'm a huge Deep Purple fan.
Yeah.
You both are, yeah.
So that means a lot to me. Also, I don't want to seem like a name dropper, but that quote was from Brian May. So that's a really cool quote. He said some amazing things after we met him at the Classic Rock Awards, didn't he?
Yeah.
It's an incredible email that he sent me. So they're both good. I'm not going to complain. It's amazing that people are saying nice things about us, because there's not really anyone else in the UK doing this at the moment, this genre.
Yeah. So you feel like proud of it, about your new album?
Yeah. And I'm proud that there's lots of bands in America that are doing the classic rock thing. You've got great bands, Rival Sons, Crowbot, Vintage Trouble, but there's not really many bands in the UK that are doing it, so it's nice to be at the forefront of something, and also to have a token Swedish fellow in the band as well. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, sure.
Our very own Yngve.
We know that some of your songs that you're written are written when you were with the Trans-Siberian.
Yep.
And can you tell us about the main you wrote about your album?
We wrote about 6 of the songs on our own, and the others just happened. I co-wrote 2 songs with Al Petrelli from Trans-Siberian Orchestra and Megadeth, Alice Cooper's band, and those songs are called High Flying Gypsy and what's the other one? Girl Got a Gun. And then I wrote 1 song with Joel Hoekstra, the guitarist from Whitesnake and Night Ranger, called You're Mine. And I wrote 1 song with Neil Fairclough, who is the bass player in Queen, and his sister Lois and his brother John Dagnall. So it was really cool to have co-writes with amazing people. But we wrote the majority of the album ourselves, and we actually wrote 30 songs for the album over the period of about a year. And then with our A&R guy, Derek Shulman, who worked with Bon Jovi, Nickelback, Dream Theater, I want to say Rammstein or Korn?
Slipknot.
Yeah. He signed Slipknot, which is pretty cool. So he came to us and picked the songs for the album, and we made a few changes and made it our own, and now we're very happy with the list of songs that we've got. And the last 2 songs we wrote are Until I Die, which is the first track and the first official single, and Holy Water, which I was inspired by David Coverdale lyric from the North Winds album, which is one of my favourite albums of all time.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, so, that's kind of how it happens. The lyrics are about people I know. None of them are really about me, and none of them from my perspective, but there tend to be stories about people in my life. And that's kind of how I managed to write the songs.
He wrote all the lyrics on the album.
All apart
Basically,
from a verse in Inglorious. I wrote 95% of the lyrics, and I've never written before.
To me, that's, you know, it's a very important thing, and I do love the lyrics on this album, and I just think it fits, the sound fits the songs, and, you know, considering he hasn't written lyrics in the past, it's just freakishly
melodies
mind-blowing, yeah.
I never picked up writing before, and then our A&R guy told me that I had to. He said, if you wanna sing songs that mean something to you, you have to write them. I did, and I wrote 30 of them. So
yeah, sure.
Yeah, it was a good year. It was cool.
And what we see in your songs is that you mix a lot of, how can I say, like heavy songs, bluesy songs, rock songs, hard rock songs. So you mix different style of music. And for example, we have selected 3 songs of your album, sure.
Okay.
The title track, Inglorious, it's much more of a heavy and progressive song. Can you just describe me about the region and maybe when you're thinking about writing this song?
I wrote that song with the bass player from Queen, Neil, and Lois and John, and they kind of had it planned out, but I said in the middle that I wanted it to go psychedelic and 70s, and I wanted it to smell like marijuana when you listen to it. And I think when you get to that middle section, it does. It feels... You can't really count it. You kind of get lost in it, and that's what I wanted it to do, and that whole section was my idea. And I love the lyrics. I think the lyrics are great. My favourite lyric in that song is "Men of honour never stand alone," and I think that's really cool.
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
because it kind of reminds us of our band. We honour each other and we respect each other, and we are a team. We are one. So yeah.
So a group as one.
Yeah. We're definitely a band. It started very much as a solo project, this whole thing 3 years ago, and after I found the best musicians I now know, it's definitely a band.
And you will stay as a band?
Hell yes. For years to come.
What's cool about that track is the fact that it was the trickiest one to get down on tape, like to record it.
Okay.
It took the most tries because we recorded the album live, everything besides the lead vocals and a couple of solos. It was live, so there's no like layers or post-production stuff like keyboards and so forth.
Yeah, it's just you made the songs without
everyone in the room.
The environment.
Yeah, everyone in the room at the same time. Andreas's guitar is left for the whole album. Will's guitar is right. It doesn't change.
Very funny, by the way, Will the Thrill.
He's not very funny, in case he's watching this. No, that was really cool to record the album like that, and you never hear more than 2 guitars on a track. Because as soon as if you're playing a lead, you drop out, because that's how it is live. There's not someone stood in the wing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Playing the part. We wanted it to sound like we will do live, so that when people come and see us, they're not disappointed, because I think we've all seen bands where you think, oh my god, I can't wait to see this band. And then you see them, and they don't sound anything like the album, because they're physically incapable. When you've tracked 20 guitars, you can't replicate it.
Yeah, sure.
Live,
like you play in live in front of the others. That's why we have another question about your gigs. But just the second one, it's Breakaway.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a bit more, because it's really catchy song.
Very catchy song. The bass player and the drummer sent me a demo while I was in America on tour, and they said, we got this riff, it's really, really fun. And I was like, okay, cool, let's have a listen. And I listened to it and I said, yeah, that's a great song. Knew straight away from the riff, it's a perfect second track on the album, it just hits you right in the face. It's only 3 minutes long. And I wrote the lyrics to that on the tour bus in America that night, sent a track back to the boys, and as soon as I got off the tour, we recorded all of these songs, demoed them all up, made a few changes, but yeah, that's kind of how that one was written. And Yeah, I love that song actually.
Me too. I love
So you agree, both of you?
Yeah.
Holy Weather. That's why I said just before is like you just did like a heavy songs, catchy songs, and then the bluesy songs.
Yeah.
It sounds like White Snakes with Mickey Moody.
Yes.
And maybe you want to change a little bit your albums. You know, put like one song which is different. Maybe this one could be different from the others. So
yeah, I think they're different.
It could be a choice, or just because
it stands out a bit, for sure.
It stands out. I don't see the point of having an album where everything sounds the same.
Yeah.
I think it's uninteresting for the listener.
That's right.
And I think it's not clever. It's very easy. Once you have a blueprint for a song, it's very easy to then copy and paste and use the same chords. There's not really any of that on this album.
No.
Some songs like that, Holy Water, have loads of background vocals.
Yeah.
Pretty much everything else, apart from Girl Got a Gun and Warning, have none. Which I think is pretty cool. Yeah, what do you think? I like your solo on that.
Yeah.
His solo on... Both guitarists get a solo.
Yep.
So you hear the first one in the right, then the second one in the left, and he plays a solo without a pick. The only solo on the album without a pick. So it has a really different feel. It climaxes, it's got a big chorus. I absolutely love... I love singing it. It's one of my favourite songs to sing.
So without a pick, like to have a different sound of I know it when I play just with my fingers, different with like a pick.
Yeah.
So
it's a different sound, you know.
Exactly.
You play different.
Yeah. One of my heroes is Mark Knopfler.
Mark Knopfler.
That's how that sort of came about. You know, I started playing his songs. And
which one? Sultans of Swing.
Everything.
Everything.
He plays Sultans of Swing every day.
He's so tired of that song. Like,
it's great, but it's his warm-up song.
It is. It's fun.
Yeah, it's like a train.
Yeah.
So with your gigs, you will have some gigs maybe in January and February in UK, so in your country.
And Europe.
And here too.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I can't wait. I can't wait.
Yes.
So 6th February, if in France.
Yeah.
What can we expect for that show?
Exactly what you hear on the album. It's going to be big riffs, big vocals, a fun show. I like performing. I love being on stage. It's what I'm supposed to do in my life. So. Yeah, I'm looking forward.
It's a lot of energy and
lots of energy and giving people a good time.
Sure.
Making people move. You know?
And it's sick to go out on tour with the Wiener Dogs. To us, I mean, they are amazing, and there are heroes. You know, like Richard Cosson. To me, he's been one of my favorite guitar players of all time. And then you have Colin Parkinson, our bass player, who, I don't want to say shat himself, but you know, it's his #1 hero, Billy Sheehan. So that's very cool. It's going to be really exciting.
It's also quite nerve-wracking because the people that go to that show know what a good musician is. You know?
Sure.
It's
no
an audience full of people that respect great musicians. So that's slightly nerve-wracking, but at the same time, I'm confident that we're going to have good shows and we're going to be able to deliver.
Yeah.
And for a guitarist, for example, we can recognize maybe if he is a good guitarist, you are a good guitarist too. So, you know,
he doesn't play with a pick anymore either. Richie.
Cutson, no?
Yeah.
No.
It's insane.
He's insane.
In a good way. I mean, he's playing.
So thank you guys
for so much.
All of your answer. And I hope to see you soon. Maybe the 6th February in France.
Please come. Cool. Come and see us with the Winery Dogs.
Yeah, sure.
Hi, I'm Andreas Eriksson.
And I'm Nathan James from INGLORIOUS. And you are watching United Rock Nations.